Hello, thanks for tuning in again. Vlog 3, I believe this is. Sorry I've been a bit quiet lately. I've been just helping out other things in my life at the moment and spending a bit of time with the kids and the wife and whatnot, and helping out family members. Anyway, right, so this video is designed to give you a brief breakdown on our Freelander 1 TD4 overland rig build thing. Obviously the vehicle itself is our daily, so the only thing that realistically stays on the car when because we live in the city, is the roof rack. I need everything to be demountable. So the roof tent is currently there behind you. This is my little shed in our garden that I have to store everything in. So obviously I've got everything from a roof tent to a lawnmower to kids' bodyboards and everything. Bikes, scooters, everything goes in this little shed. Right, so the build. So obviously I'll start at the front of the vehicle, so the front bumper. So the idea is, like you all, I'd love to put a winch on it and things like that, and there's some companies out there that are offering them now, but it's a lot of money. I don't know if I'm going to go down that route. I might just stick to my old hand winch. I've got a ratchet hand winch which can, I can hook up to the straps. I've got a tree strap, and I've got straps, and I've got a length of chain. So in theory, if I'm stuck, potentially I could just pull myself out with that. It's not great, but I'm not going anywhere crazy. I'm not a off-roader, I'm a soft roader, as they say. And overland, to me, isn't designed about going crazy off-road. Yes, technical, but no, not deep, boggy mud where potentially I'm going to get stuck. It's finding the best route that I can. So yeah, so at the front of the vehicle, at the moment, all I'm thinking is I'm going to take the standard UK number plate off, and the long one, I'm going to put a nice square one on there, and I'm going to mount 2 LED spotlights, driving lights there, just to give me some low level coverage, and give me basically the full spectrum, sight spectrum that you drive with. Light guards onto the front headlights just to protect them a bit. Coming up the vehicle, going up above the windscreen, going onto the roof rack. So I've got a 22-inch light bar there at the moment. It's not wired up yet, because I'm still not 100% sure if I want just a one light bar. I bought it because it was cheap, brand new as well. It cost me about 40 quid, and it's one of the ones with the spots on the outside, about 3 inches in, and then the flood along the middle. Now I was kind of hoping it'd have a switch come with it, so I could switch between the flood and the spot, but it doesn't. So it's literally all going to come on. So one thing I'm thinking of is maybe keeping that there, and then having 2 5-inch LED spotlights either side, because I've got a bit of room still left, and have them wired up to the main beam. So as soon as I hit the main beam stalk, the headlights will go up, and so will them. And then obviously, if you've checked the Facebook page, then you'll see one of the pictures where I've put a Carlin switch panel underneath my stereo. So a lot of people, they put they put the big double din screens in their Freelander, and I don't really like that. It's too fancy for me. I just like a stereo to do its job. So I just bought a nice Pioneer head unit, bought the adapter, and then at a Land Rover show I bought the Carlin switch holder. Got the Carlin switches for a friend of mine. Had to order different covers though. That was a bit eventful, because I had to order those from Australia because I wanted green ones. Because I'm trying to go with like black and green as our sort of theme colour for the vehicle. But yeah, so that was a bit eventful, but I got it done. And I've got like 5 switches on there. It's a 6-switch holder, but I've put one of them as a double USB and a battery volt meter on it, so I can keep an eye on the battery level. And then obviously I've got the 5 other switches for LED roof bar, driving spotlights, which is the ones on the bumper, rear lights, because the idea is I might I probably will put a rear light where a lot of people are putting the CB aerial mount from the spare wheel. I'm probably going to do what some people have done already and put a light there. So that's that. Right, so yeah, just going above the LED light bar will be a CB aerial on one side, and a normal car radio aerial, because I'm going to take that normal antenna out and use that as a grommet to get into the vehicle with lights and wires, the wiring for the lighting. So you can have two aerials either side at the front, and then you can have the two surge boxes there. One of them is going to be mainly for recovery gear and spares. That will probably be above the wife, because there's going to be, I'm going to make my own awning as well. I'm not going to spend £200 odd on an awning that can only really go one way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to either canvas or tarp or bash up. I don't know. I'm not sure on the material yet, but I'm probably going to buy a couple of squares of it. I only need about 1.5 meters for my vehicle. So get the wife to get the sewing machine out, get her to make it all fancy, put eyelets in it, and I'll cable tie that to the roof rack. And then a couple of adjustable basher poles, which I got the other day. I've ordered the other night, sorry, Friday night I believe I ordered them. They were £6.40 each on some cadet website. Fully adjustable, got the spike on the top so you can put the eyelet through. Happy days. And I've got in this little shed somewhere, I've got spare guy ropes from various tents and that, so I'll just grab a couple of them. I'm also going to get the other bit so I can make potentially a lean-to. So I'll have the horizontal bit of the awning, and then I'll have a lean-to, gives a bit of wind protection from that side if need be. It also frees it up, guys. So, you know, your standard, all these big awnings are all great and fancy and all that, but, you know, if it's crap and you want to pull up next to your mate and use his vehicle as a bit of protection as well, with my one, I can just roll it out and cable tie it to his truck. You know, the bigger ones, you can't really do that. You'd have to carry a separate bit of tarp. So the idea is we're going to make our own awning. The other surge box, that's going to be for, that's more like the miscellaneous box at the moment. So it's going to have like the Dutch oven in and the tripod for the Dutch oven. I've got a friend at work that can make and weld stuff up. He's going to make me hopefully like a fire grill sort of thing. I did think about the spare wheel ones, but I've got stuff going on there already, which I'll get back to in a minute. So I'm thinking of like little fold out square rectangle sort of one. That'll probably live over the root, over the surge box, and I'll just secure it to the surge box whilst travelling. But yeah, things like, you know, spare loo rolls, and, you know, the wife likes those fancy candles that keeps the flies away. You know, things like that will go in that box above basically me in the driving seat. In between that, I'm going to put probably one or maybe two of these. These are the Ridge Monkey 10-litre water carriers. Really good. I saw a kind of a review. He doesn't really do reviews, Richard, I believe that's his name, off of Bug Out Vehicles UK. Go and check them out. They're really, really, really good videos, and seem like a really good bunch of blokes. He done a little review on these. Great big old spout this end to open up and fill up. Underneath this lid as well is a tap for this end. Take this off, screw the tap on. Happy days. I can then put it in the back like that with a tap on. Easy access to water. Love it. Brilliant idea. I was going to go like everyone else and use a big army jerry can, but I've got a Freelander. I've got to be more clever. I can't really haul one of them things around. So that's basically the roof. Obviously the roof tent behind that. Inside the car, so I'm going to do a separate video on like our cockpit in the front, because I've still got to fit a CB radio somewhere. I'm not 100% sure where to go with that. The reason I say that, guys, is because a lot of you will be thinking, oh, just bolt it here, bolt it there, bolt it there. We still use our Freelander as a family car. It is a commuter 85% of the time. You know, it has to get me around. It's my business vehicle. It has to get me around. It has to look presentable. You know, I can't chuck bits on it. I still take customers and clients out with me in my vehicle. So it has to be done nicely. I'm not best known for being nice and pretty and trim work and whatever, but you know, I'm realizing now I have to start doing it or learning it a bit better. Yeah, so I'm not done with that, and I also need to sort out like phone holders and maybe a tablet holder to go in front of the wife on the dashboard, because when we go away, yes, I'd love to carry paper maps, but I know it's going to be better space saving wise if I download some ISO maps onto my tablet and we run off that. Again, it's just another thing going around my head. So yeah, in the back of the car, second row of seats, basically. Obviously, I've got my 2 kids' seats, because we're taking the kiddies with us, but in between them, we're going to put our fridge. Mainly because we need to be able to move around the boot so much, and we need to be able to take everything out to get to certain bits and all that, because we don't have the luxury of, you know, having all this fancy space. So we're going to put a fridge there. I don't know if I'm going to mount it up on like a little platform, or I'm just going to put it straight onto the chair. I don't know what to do with it yet. I've still got to find one that I like, that's going to keep food cold for a good couple of days, and, you know, medication cold and whatnot. So I'm not 100% sure, but there are power sockets in the back of a Freelander 1 in the centre cubby box that you have between the 2 front seats. There's a 12-volt socket. I'm going to probably take that 12-volt socket out and put probably 2, 3, 4 of those round USB things, which I believe I have some knocking around to fit yet. Right, so into the boot then. So we're going to have 4 boxes. Box 1, all these boxes are 35 litre really useful boxes, because a Wolf box doesn't work for us. Pelly cases are too expensive, you know, and other ones, most boxes just don't work for us because we have the back seats that give us that angle. You know, we lose, you know, this bit in the triangle, we lose that space. So that's going to be taken up by, you know, probably maybe a camping table, some chairs and things like that. I'm not 100% sure yet. So yeah, 35 litre really useful boxes are the 4 boxes, main boxes in the boot. Box 1 is our cooking kitchen box. It's got all the utensils in, the cutlery, anything the wife boss needs to make her life easier whilst cooking in the field. Box 2 is dry goods and non-perishables, dry herbs, tin food, stuff that can go in there and stay in the freezers. Box 3 will be adult clothes, mine and the boss's. Box 4 will be children's clothes. We have a boy and a girl, so that'll be eventful. They're the main boxes. I'm also going to do a 5th box, an 18 litre, so it's about half the height of the 35, and that's going to be purely for kids' toys and puzzles and colouring, just so if we do rock up on a campsite or anywhere we stop, the kids have got something there they can get out and that's their own. Because it's all well and good, we're doing all these trips and all that, and it's fantastic, but kids are kids, they're going to get bored. So on that note as well, on the back of my seat, driver's seat and the passenger seat, I'm going to maybe get, I was going to get one of them Molly systems that you can get, but I don't think they'll work for us. I've seen knocking around eBay quite a bit, you can get those rear seat organisers, and they have a tablet holder in them. Probably going to hook up something like that for the kids, so especially with big trips where we might be doing a good fair few hours driving, the kids can sit there and watch or play their tablets. Keeps them quiet, keeps them happy, you know, keeps the adults stress-free, kind of, in the front of the truck. Yeah, so also in the boot, I'll have 2 large chairs, 2 small chairs, maybe a little roll-up camping table. I don't know if I'm going to take that yet or not, I'm not sure. We have a multi-fuel double burner Coleman stove, the old-fashioned green box. Brilliant bit of kit, recommended by friends, saw a lot of reviews online. One came up cheap beginning of last season. I grabbed it, and yeah, we love it, we absolutely love it, it's brilliant. Oh yeah, so to do with the Coleman as well, 5 litre, little red 5 litre jerry can of the petrol, sorry, just to keep that topped up. I'll probably put a couple a couple more of them Ridge Monkey 10 litre water carriers in the boot as well. Might put 2 on the roof and secure them in between the surge boxes, and then have 2 in the boot as well. Just so I know I've got enough, basically. Right, so rear door. So the rear door on a Freelander 1, you can drop the rear window all the way down, which is great. So I've installed one of the rare rear door dog guards. I do have a dog as well, so I do have a dog guard at the front of the low bed boot area, so I don't have to worry too much about equipment and boxes flying forward in the event, touch wood, of an accident. So yeah, the rear door, the idea is I've done that roof dog guard. I'm also going to take the standard plastic trim off, put a bit of alley sheet or something over it, and make 2 drop down tables. One of them being the right size to fit the Coleman on, and the other one being, you know, about the same size but nice and secure, maybe a little bit higher up to make it easier for food prep, but big enough for the wife to, you know, do her food prep on. If she needs other working space, then, you know, you can pop 2 of the really useful boxes out, because they all interlock on top of each other. Take 2 of them out. She's then got 2 box tops there right next to her she can use, and she'll have 1 box top next to her that she can use or just sit down on while she's cooking. So yeah, that's you know, that's basically the rundown. I mean, oh yeah, sorry, no, the rear wheel. I said I was going to come back to it. Sorry. So the rear wheel is obviously I'm not blessed, like I've said, about recovery, so I need to think of other ways. So I've managed to get hold of some max tracks. I've got 4. I'm not sure if I'll take 4 or just the 2. I'm not sure. But basically the idea is I'm going to secure the max tracks to the spare tyre, like you see a lot of the Yanks do with their Jeeps and, you know, their Forerunners or whatever. They strap the max tracks to the rear tyre. Well, I'm going to copy them because I think it looks cool, and it's really the only place I can put it. So yeah, so I'm going to strap them, and then over that as well, I'm going to get one of those Trasharoo bags. Again, a lot of friends have got them. A lot of friends really rave about them. Yeah, they just seem really handy. You know, wet gear, dirty gear, barbecue charcoal, trash. You know, it just seems like a really, really good thing to do. I think eBay is the best place to buy them. So I'll just wait until some of them come up. So yeah, basically that is the rundown. There's certain stuff I want to put on my car, like I took the side steps off. We had those side steps that was just a bar at the front doors, and then went out to a wide platform that was about that big at the back, which, you know, was great, but, you know, it was crap off-road. They hang down too much, the brackets hang down. So I did think about getting the tubular ones and then maybe welding some rock sliding sort of bits of metal on, but I thought I'm just adding weight. So what I'm going to do is probably save up my pennies and probably get a pair of proper rock sliders for it, just to be safe. Also, on that note, I do want to also get one of these underbelly protectors, like a 2-3mm thick alley one. A lot of the Dutch Freelander Owners Club, they seem to have a line on a company in Holland, I believe it is, that will make them for, I think it was €130. So I might save up my pennies and try and pick one of them up. Don't know. So yeah, there's a lot going on, guys. I'm sorry that the Facebook page, and I'm sorry this channel's been a little bit quiet. Other than work and family, been doing a bit of online and on the phone charity sort of work. I suppose it's not really charity, is it? I'm not sure. I've basically just been helping out a charity and trying to help other veterans out that are struggling, and things like that. So I'm going to wrap this up, because I'm going to start to waffle. On that, the whole veteran note, you know, if you're a veteran and you're watching this and you're struggling, drop me a message. Either drop me a message on here, go to Facebook and put in little Old Bessie, the little Landy. Message me through that. Even if you just want to chat, just let me know. Cheers.